Discovery.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
This week we're going to talk about the most densely populated place in the world. What's the name of it, Mike?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, but it was. No. Kowloon City.
Kowloon City.
What country was that in?
Hong Kong.
Oh. No China.
Mm. And this used to be Chinese land.
Right.
In Hong Kong.
Okay.
It's a tiny plot of land.
So, start with a little geography lesson. So I was always confused about this. Hong Kong cinema. I was into Hong Kong cinema as a youth, but then it would describe Jackie Chan as being Chinese, and I'd be like, well, what the fuck's the difference? So China's very big.
Yeah.
I can picture that in my mind. Is Hong Kong a little tiny bit inside China, or is it
on the coast?
It's on the, is it separate? Is it like Anglesey?
I think it's on the mainland, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it's a peninsula, right? Okay, that's Hong Kong. But Hong Kong. It's not like some shitty little place, is it? Like they're making all the movies and like.
Well, we owned it for 200 years.
Yeah, and we give it back, didn't we?
Yep.
We had a loan on
during
it.
the 90s.
We leased it,
right?
But we also built it up, so it was probably the most modern bit of China by the time when we left.
So if you're from Hong Kong, are you Chinese?
You are now.
You are now.
Obviously, that's why there was so much unrest there. So they gone from having a nice Western democracy style kind of situation going on to being under social credit scores and
surveillance
dictatorship.
So technically, back then, when I was watching Hong Kong films, Jackie Chan wasn't a Chinese actor.
Oh, he may have been a Chinese actor, but he was making films for Hong Kong studios, who would have been...
Bruce Lee's obviously the most famous, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, that's okay. I just want to get it in my head. So it's not as if like Hong Kong ever had any kind of like power over China, is it?
No,
it's just a little... No.
No, it's a British naval base, and originally we took it because of opium.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, awesome. But this picture you're showing me straight away brings up images of Judge Dredd, Mega City 1.
It's like a mini Mega City 1,
any dystopian, sci-fi, futuristic, cyberpunk that you've ever seen. It's apartment on top. Well, it looks like building on top of
Yeah.
Building, it's like...
Well, they couldn't build out.
So they went up.
They went up.
Well, that's the whole point of the Mega...
Yeah.
In Mega City 1, that they're called Mega City blocks, because each block is a city, but going upwards.
Yeah.
Which is fucking huge, isn't it? Which is probably how it'll end up, isn't it?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, this could be a glimpse of our future yet.
Because we'll have to go up. We won't be able to go out anymore at some point, will we?
Oh, lovely.
So the strange saga of the Kowloon walled city. The most densely populated city on Earth had only one poster.
Wow, what a shit job he's got.
Just a bit.
Imagine looking up at that fucking monstrosity every morning with your giant fucking sack. Fuck!
Yep.
Now, his round was confined to an area barely 1/100th of a square mile in size. Yet within that space was a staggering number of addresses. 350 buildings, almost all between 10 and 14 stories high, occupied by 8,500 premises, 10,700 households, and more than 33,000 residents.
33,350 buildings.
Jesus Christ. I wonder, what's the Telford population? 120,000.
Probably getting on for 200,000 now, to be fair.
Is it? Christ. So I wonder, I'm just trying to picture, what's 30,000? Oh, like a medium-sized, like, footballs, like a sold-out Villa Park.
33,000 people is near enough Ewood Park.
Yes.
Blackburn Rovers
sold out.
31,000, 32,000.
Crammed into that fucking space.
Yeah. So the city's many tall, narrow tower blocks were packed tight against each other, so tight as to make the whole place seem like one massive structure. Part architecture, part organism. There was little uniformity of shape, height or building material. cast iron balconies lurched against brick annexes and concrete walls. Wiring and cables covered every surface, running vertically from ground level up to forests of rooftop television aerials, or stretching horizontally like innumerable rolls of dark twine that seemed almost to bind the buildings together. Entering the city meant leaving daylight behind. There were hundreds of alleyways, most just a few feet wide, and some routes cut below buildings, while other tunnels were formed by the accumulation of refuse tossed out of windows and onto wire netting strung between tower blocks.
I was going to say, can you imagine the sewage system in this fucking place?
Well, thousands of metal and plastic water pipes ran along walls and ceilings, most of them leaking and corroded.
And what are they leaking? It better not be shit water.
Oh, it could be shit water. As protection against the relentless drips that fell in the alleyways, a hat was standard issue for the city postman, whereas many residents chose to use umbrellas. Oh, well, at least he gets a hat. That's something, eh? He's got a little baseball cap.
That's got to be one of the shittest jobs in the world, doesn't it?
I tell you what, I bet he's got fucking thighs and calves like Godzilla, mate. I mean, fucking hell.
He could kick King Kong's head in.
Too right, he could. His thighs must be just, he is one kick man at this point. There are only 2 elevators in the entire city. At the foot of some of the high rises, communal and individual mailboxes were nailed to the walls, which is something, but often the only option for the postman was to climb.
Oh, fuck off.
Even several stories up, the maze of pathways continued, knotted arteries that burrowed into the heart of the city along interconnecting bridges and stairwells. Sometimes he would reach a top floor, climb out onto the roof. Gangways and rusting metal ladders let him move quickly from building to building before he dropped back down into the darkness. There needs to be a fucking Batman here, doesn't there?
Yeah.
On the rooftop, sleeping from building to building, you see glimpses of a cape across the midnight sky. Oh. So, while some alleys were empty and quiet, others overflowed with life. Hundreds of factories produced everything from fish balls to golf balls. Entire corridors were coated with the fine flour dust used for making noodles. Acrid chemical smells filled the streets that lay alongside metal and plastic manufacturers. Oh. Unlicensed doctors and dentists clustered together with electrical signs hanging over their premises to advertise their services.
Literally a mega city.
Yeah. Many patients came from outside the city, happy to pay bargain fees in return for asking no questions. Take me tooth out, no questions, mate. Shops and food stores were strung along, quote, the name of the place is Big Wow Street, Bright Street and Dragon City Road. And for the adventurous, dog and snake meat were specialities of the city. Well, great. Dog burger, sir. No, thank you.
Have you got any snake? I prefer snake. Jesus.
Moving deeper, long corridors offered glimpses into smoke-filled rooms. The incessant click of mahjong tiles.
I've never known how to say it.
No, I used to quite enjoy playing it at one point on my phone, but...
Did you? How the fuck do you play it?
You had to match symbols as quickly as possible. It's meant to be good for keeping the brain active. Gambling parlours lined up alongside strip clubs and pornographic cinemas. Prostitutes, including children, solicited in the darkness, leading clients away to backroom brothels. And everywhere there were bodies lying in the gloom. It sounds like fucking Whitechapel in the Victorian era.
Dead bodies?
Yeah.
Bodies, dead bodies, live bodies, drunks, addicts, smoking heroin through tubes held over heated tinfoil. Bare rooms, enticingly referred to as divans, were filled with prone men and women all sunk in opium stupors. And many of the city's rats were addicts too, and could be seen writhing and tormenting dark corners, desperate
Who's
for
been
a
giving
hit.
fucking opium to rats?
It's passive, innit?
Someone's died and they've left it on the
Maybe, yeah.
rats have ate it and become addicted.
Oh God, that's almost like opium necrophiliac rats. They're eating the opium of the dead. This place is dystopian.
Yep.
Britain's not this bad.
Well,
Want to see some photographs?
Oh my god. You can go and check this out, listener. L-O-O-N, Ward City. That is just mental, isn't it?
Wow. Just fucking horrible.
Oh god, just when you look at the city around you.
Yeah.
It is, there's like a central space, isn't there?
Yeah.
And where you might, well, you didn't get sunlight there, as the sun was directly overhead.
Jesus.
That's crazy. I mean, imagine like you set yourself up on what you think is a top floor, and then 2 days later, all you're
Someone
going to do is
builds.
banging and hammering, and everyone's building a fucking apartment above you.
Absolutely insane.
They can only go 14 stories either, I think, because of weight limitations, or what they deem to be, or...
Absolutely mental. Yeah, you got, if you're listening, you got to have a look at some pictures.
That was the only place that wasn't built on.
Oh, and it was the administration office.
The Chinese.
We're having a courtyard, you fucks.
Fucking hell.
Oh, man. But hey, if that's all you've got.
I don't know, it sounds alright to me. You can get drugs, there's brothels, doctors,
there's
food.
there's
You get
also-
a job in the plastic factory.
I'm sure you'll live a long and happy life.
No daylight.
No daylight.
No daylight, you're breathing in shit consistently. But look, we're not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time.
I'd imagine the STDs are rife.
Just think about it, you knock off at the plastic factory, you climb up a ladder, shag a prostitute, jump over a gap, climb a bridge, up another ladder, buy some drugs, climb several other ladders, you're in your apartment. You know, to get to work the next morning, you probably slide down a drain pipe. Whee! What a life! Oh, it's a shame they knocked it down. I'd have gone visiting. You could have a heroin addicted rat as a pet.
I can't see you lasting in that scenario.
You feed him. You put little bits of heroin in a bit of cheese. Here, Ratty. Here, Roland.
Oh, you can't call him Roland.
I can't call him. Here, you little skaghead. We're both
And
on
about
this-
100 of his mates come out the wall.
Start eating you alive.
Kowloon.
There's
Heaven
no
on earth.
law to speak of. This is an anarchist society, self-regulating and self-determining. It's a colony within a colony, a city within a city, tiny block of territory, once contested and neglected, and it is the Kowloon walled city, but locals call it something else. Hacknam, the city of darkness.
Oh, yes.
That's like an 80s movie.
It's so metal. I was born in the city of
Oh,
darkness.
this is Batman, Chinese Batman origin story, this is.
I am the darkness.
Ratman.
Batman!
You became accustomed to the dark. I was born in the dark.
I suckled from rats' teats as a child.
I'd be like the Rat King. I'd have all my little heroin addicted rats, and
The Rat King.
I'd get them to go out and steal
Yeah.
things for me, and they'd bring back loads of mad shit at
Yeah.
the end of the day, wouldn't they? Whatever they could carry, in my little hoard, and I'd give them all a little bit of heroin.
A little bit of heroin.
There you go.
Yeah.
Individually, one by one, I'd blow it up their little ratty noses. Hello, little ratty friend. There you go. Next. What a life.
Fucking drug lord to some rats.
Yeah. It's confusing why my favourite prostitute refuses to come round to my apartment. Like, she always insists that I go to hers.
Oh, yeah, the Rat King requests your presence. Ah, fuck off, mate. Come to mine.
You haven't even got a mattress. The rats are my mattress.
Oh, God.
Asleep on the rats. You've got the plague. No, I haven't.
He doesn't walk, he's just carried along by rats.
Rats the whole time. You just
Well,
throw
listen.
tiny bits of skag out
Yeah.
for them in
Well,
front of
I'm
them.
still doing better than the poor cunts working in the plastic factory, aren't I?
He's got a little chariot pulled by rats.
Yeah.
The skag king approaches.
The skag chariot awaits. To the brothel.
Built out of rat bones.
Nah, my little rat mates wouldn't like that.
Well,
would
they wouldn't,
I'd
no.
build it out of human bones.
It's built out of tin foil and balsa wood.
Whatever they scavenge for me.
Well,
Send them down to the noodle factory.
made of its dried noodles.
I don't think the City of Darkness sounds that bad, to be honest. Was there any police? Did they have their own security?
No, they just used to let it go.
So what happened when someone robbed all your
Occasionally
shit?
they did go in there do raids, but
I bet they all dreaded that, didn't
Whoa,
they?
yeah.
Oh,
Back into Smacktown.
it stinks in there.
Stinks of shit and drugs.
Dead people.
Dead people.
Plastic.
It smells like death in here. Well, following the First Opium War of 1839 to 1842, sparked in essence by the Chinese government's attempts to prevent the East India Company from importing narcotics.
yeah, we were like, we're going to sell opium in your country, and they were like, no, we don't want that. It's fucking, all our people have become addicted.
Really addicted to opium. No, you're going to have it.
No.
You're British, don't you know?
Nothing
We
wrong with-
insisted.
Nothing wrong with a bit of opium. Do you give it to your people? Don't be silly.
The East India Company were,
They can barely handle sugar, for fuck's sake.
were a private company that eventually got taken over by the British government, but used to have their own navy and troops. They conquered a good chunk of India with
did.
the help from British regulars, obviously, but yeah, they were responsible for the British conquest of India. All in the name of trade. Trade follows the flag.
And railways.
They were like the first capitalist super company, weren't they?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, they had their own navy as such, although their own navy
Legends.
vessels. You know, conquered India with less than.
I
Like,
suppose if he
100,000
wanted
troops.
to, technically, could like someone like Bezos or Trump, could he build a private navy if he wanted to?
Not Trump because he's president.
Not Trump, sorry. I meant, who did I mean? Musk or Bezos.
They've
or,
got the
it
money,
would
haven't they?
depend- It would depend on what kind of because you've actually got to have weapons, haven't you? And that's a bit more strictly.
I'm not saying he'd
controlled.
do anything with it, but if he wanted to.
Well, at one point, Pepsi had the world's second largest
did.
navy.
What?
They got traded a load of former Russian ships and submarines to bring Pepsi in.
What did they do with the submarines?
Sold
They
it to
sold them
scrap.
for scrap.
Oh, okay, I was
But
going to say,
they
they
did
didn't just
have-
start fucking...
No, but they could have done.
They
World's
literally,
second biggest
at one
navy.
point, had the second largest navy in the world, made up of former Soviet ships and submarines.
Insane. But yeah. Mental. It's mad to think that just a company... That's why I was trying to put it in modern terms. It's like you could have the Tesla Navy.
Yep.
You know, you could just build a load of massive ships.
He could do if he wanted to, yeah, I guess. I mean, he'd probably have trouble arming them, but he could probably do it if he was prepared to pay enough.
It's a wonder no billionaire's done that yet, haven't they? And made everyone dress like henchmen and had a lair.
Well, I guess it'd have to be in
No, not yet.
neutral territory, wouldn't it? You know.
It's an underwater volcano.
Well, yeah.
If you're going to be a fucking villain, an international villain, you've got to have an underwater volcano as a base. It's just the rule.
Yeah. And a little monorail.
Oh, of course, you've got to have a villain monorail. You'd call it the VM, wouldn't you? You know, you'd have VM on the front of every car, every train pulling it. You've got to have it. It's always doing something, isn't it? There's always people jumping on, jumping off for no particular reason. Just jumping on, jumping off.
Yeah, keep him busy.
Keep him busy,
Doing
can't he?
henchman shit. You know, you got to look busy or he'll...
Well, presumably you're paying a
He'll-
bunch of international mercenaries, so you're paying top dollar for them to run around in a stupid uniform.
Well, if you're not seen to be running about, you don't know, you might get dropped down a chute into fire or fed to sharks.
Oh,
or
definitely fed to sharks.
piranhas,
Underwater volcano,
you
isn't
know.
it?
So you got to keep busy. So to get my history correct, where did the East India Company find the opium?
India, Afghanistan.
Afghan, okay.
Afghanistan's been famous for growing opium
That
for a
makes
long, long time.
sense, yeah. I was just thinking I'd never heard, because I know a bit of Indian history from living with my friend, and I'd never heard it particularly famous for puppies.
I'd imagine
But
northern
it
India.
might have been back then, yeah. Who knows? But so they went and found it somewhere. Because then I get confused. So like, because Chinese opium dens are a thing. I've seen photos of them.
Yeah.
So obviously they came after we gave them all opium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we were making a lot of it, and we did have opium dens in London, but they were like, it was more like the intellectual went to the opium dens, the writer class and the painters and the artists and the
The Will
poets.
Selfs of the world.
They all went there. They did
Yeah.
that, and everyone else just got pissed on gin because it was cheaper.
Yeah. They'd have done my head in after a while.
Oh, well, the opium guys would have just passed out on a fucking bed, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but that's before they passed out though. They'd be all in the stage of the world and oh fuck off. Sorry.
Anyway, China signed a treaty ceding a portion of its territory to Great Britain, a near-deserted mountainous island with a sheltered deep-water harbour at the entrance to the Canton River opposite the Kowloon Peninsula, which became Hong Kong.
So really, I've got to thank the East India Company for all the Jackie Chan films that I've watched.
I guess you have, and then we did lease it off them as well.
In a roundabout way. Thanks, lads.
In 1843, the Chinese began to build a fort at the very tip of the Kowloon Peninsula with an office for the Mandarin, which is the government official, and a barracks for 150 soldiers surrounded by a wall that was 700 feet long and 400 feet wide. That's a big wall.
It is a big wall.
Known as Kowloon Walled City, it was intended as a visible Chinese military presence near the new British colony. In 1860, disputes over trade sparked a second Opium War when British and French forces devastated the Chinese, and a new treaty granted the whole of the Kowloon Peninsula to Britain, with a solitary exception, the Walled City.
Are the Chinese, are they the sort of people to hold on to a grudge?
Yeah.
We decimated them back then. I guess it wasn't a numbers thing, it was a technology thing, I'm assuming.
So, yeah.
Well, now they've got the numbers and the technology.
Well, they've got debatable technology.
What if they decide to decimate us back?
Well, they have, economically.
Well, and with spies and bots and...
Timu's destroyed
Destroyed our manufacturing industry, haven't they? It's all gone over there.
True.
I don't think the second Opium War was just the British and the French. I think like the Russians got involved, the Americans. It was like a coalition of Western powers.
It's very Moorish, that opium.
They got together and went, we quite like this opium.
Certainly is.
It's quite lucrative, so we don't think you should stop buying it from us.
Yeah.
It was like the first.
All our people are fucked.
It was kind of the first kind of Western takeover, forcing our will upon another nation. Like, you will buy our opium, won't you? Otherwise, we'll just kill more of you. All right, we'll buy your opium. Great. Nice doing business with you.
Great.
Over the next 30 years, British authorities attempted to negotiate control of the walled city, but the Chinese remained firm. Even a new treaty in 1898, which granted Hong Kong, Kowloon, and further territories in Canton for 99 years to Britain for 99 years, it kept the walled city under Chinese control. A year later, in May 1899, rumours circulated that Chinese soldiers were massing again in the walled city, so the British sent troops across the water. They expected battle, perhaps another war, but found only the Mandarin, i.e. the guy that was, in charge. The irate official left too, and the British took the city, though the Chinese never announced their claim. Missionaries moved in and built churches and schools. Pig farmers from the surrounding hills took plots of land within the walls. There was almost no administrative control and the city became a slum. Yet whenever the Hong Kong government tried to clear it to turn it into a park, evicting the residents in the progress, the Chinese government always stepped in. And after all, this tiny rectangular land was still officially a territory.
Yep.
So we don't want to make it better for the people living there, turn it into a park. No, you keep it as it is.
You leave them alone.
Keep it as a fort.
We like our slum.
The situation remained unresolved until the outbreak of World War II, when Japanese forces occupied the Kowloon Peninsula and tore down the walls of the city to build a new runway for the near Kai Tak airport. Those bastards.
Hey, I won't hear a bad word about the Japanese.
Well, not nowadays, but they were bastards.
They were bastards.
Yeah, they were evil. I don't remember, what was that?
Unit 731, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fucking
Check
mental.
out one of our Christmas episodes we did.
But
Yeah, we did, yeah.
what a beautiful thing, though, that they looked at themselves and said, we can never be this again.
I think 2 atomic bombs helps that.
Yeah, we're not going to do this again. We're going to concentrate on making cool tech and awesome cartoons.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what they do now, isn't it?
Pretty much. Yeah. And create very attractive ladies
Oh, God.
with a bunch of dudes that don't want to fuck them.
Oh, God.
It's kind of a toxic work culture, innit?
Well, I think we need to move over there.
Yeah, you get pissed until you're not allowed to stop. Like, you see all these businessmen just unconscious in the street because they didn't want to disrespect their boss by not binge drinking on this.
Well,
It's
we'd
got
be
a-
fucking amazing at that. Well, me and you would be. Mike, you can just, I don't know, you'll learn.
Yeah, it's got a special. I can't remember what it's called. But
You've got quite a fresh liver. You'll be all right. You'll outlast us.
yeah, it's got a name, and they were interviewing all these young business types, and they were like, "Yeah, we definitely feel the pressure. Like, you know, it's a thing. Yeah. Once a week, all the businessmen go and drink till they fucking die." I don't know.
So that's because they're working 12-hour days.
So is it like you drink until you're the last one standing? Can you have beers?
That's what they do. Well, they do love incredibly strong lager.
Is
in
it
Japan,
really strong?
apparently. Yeah, it's not piss weak.
And
they've got the sake.
This week.
They've got the sake as well, haven't they? And
I was hoping they were all going to be on Budweisers or something.
No, they've got their own mad, but yeah, Japan's fascinating.
Oh yeah,
absolutely fascinating. But I didn't realise they'd also. So man, China were they were pussies back then, weren't they? How come everybody could just go fuck with them? Did they just have no money?
They weren't unified.
Right.
Or if they were, it was like still.
They were backward technologically, weren't they?
Yeah, they weren't that advanced. I mean, the Great Wall of China last got defended against the Japanese in the Manchurian War before World War II, and got defended by a whole bunch of fucking Buddhist monk warriors.
Jesus,
it's epic.
That's
They're
awesome.
fighting with swords and pistols. It's
awesome.
You know, so in the aftermath of the Second World War, refugees fleet sailed to the Kowloon Peninsula. The only trace of the old city was a derelict shell of the Mandarin's house. Yet people gravitated almost instinctively to this rough rectangle of ground. Perhaps it was a feng shui.
Yes.
Sorry. The walled city had originally been laid out according to the ancient principles of Chinese philosophy, facing south and overlooking water with hills and mountains to the north. This ideal alignment, it was said, brought harmony to all citizens. Well, I think that's a bit of bollocks, to be fair, isn't it?
I don't know. Look, just because there was a lot of dead bodies and
smack rats,
this.
I don't think there's much to this feng shui, to be honest.
Them people might have been happy.
Well,
I think I could have been fine if I was born in the City of Darkness. I think I'd have enjoyed it.
I was raised in the darkness.
Yes. I was raised in the brothel. The plastic factory. Both.
So, in that, with their desperate plight, some refugees may have believed that Kowloon would be a much-needed source of luck and prosperity. Others, however, recall this had once been a Chinese enclave in British colonial territory. The stone walls of the city had gone, but the refugees were convinced that the diplomatic ones remained. By 1947, there were more than 2,000 squatters camped in Kowloon, their ramshackle huts arranged in almost the exact footprint of the original city. No one wanted to find themselves outside the borders, and those on the wrong side of the line risked losing the protection of the Chinese government, and the people kept coming, and the camp grew ever more squalid and overcrowded. And appalled by the conditions, the Hong Kong authorities made plans to clear the refugees. On January the 5th, 1948, the Public Works Department, supported by a large police presence, removed the squatters and demolished all the slum housing. However, within a week, the occupiers had returned to rebuild their shacks, and when the police attempted to intervene, a riot broke out. News of the disturbances spread across China. The British consulate in Canton was set on fire. How dare they? And a group of students in Shanghai staged a protest strike, which I'm sure was brutally put down. Better it had have been. No, I'm not kidding. I support the unions. Officials from the Chinese government travelled to the walled city and officially encouraged the refugees to continue the struggle against their British oppressors. But I do also find the word oppressors slightly, we just try to clear a slum at the end of the day.
In a land that
but
we're
it's their
occupying.
homes, isn't it? It isn't our land.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
We kind of did take it back off the Japanese. It's kind of ours now, isn't it, surely?
Not according to the lease, not according to the paperwork.
Maybe the paperwork gets destroyed. Maybe I don't remember that agreement anymore. I've got no record of it. Sorry, mate.
That square is China's. Simple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just fucking took it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, China?
Well, protest
China.
and burn the embassy down. And...
Well, I'd have then cracked down on the protesters.
Well, you weren't in charge, were you?
Risk sparking a war, doesn't it, between China and Britain?
We'd have taken them at that point, Mike.
We just got our asses kicked.
Yeah, we won, what are you
We won, but, we lost a lot, didn't we? We suffered a lot
Yeah, but
for that
we
victory.
could have done it. Just move over. The Americans probably would have helped. Give them
If
some
the Yanks
opium.
helped, then maybe, but...
Give them some opium would have been fine. The provincial canton government sent a delegation on a comfort mission to the region, supplementing the distribution of food and medical aid with messages advocating militant action. The Chinese Foreign Ministry continued to argue they retain jurisdiction over the city and its people amid mounting tension, and the Hong Kong government relented. The eviction programme was halted and the police withdrew. From a temporary refugee camp, Kowloon now began to evolve into something more permanent, a new city being founded on the ruins of the old. But it looks, they'd have had nicer housing if they'd just let us knock it down and build stuff.
They would have gentrified it, they wouldn't be able to afford it.
Made it into a cricket pitch.
Well, and what's wrong with a cricket pitch? This is the Empire, for God's sake.
Well, 33,000 people ended up living there,
But
didn't
would you
they?
give them new houses in nicer areas? I mean, for God's sake, in the judgment of Sir Alexander Grantham, the governor of Hong Kong from 1947 to 1957, said it had become a cesspool of iniquity with heroin, divans, brothels, and everything unsavoury.
Yeah.
The Chinese claims of sovereignty over Kowloon did not extend to any day-to-day administration. They just use its uncertain status as a convenient tool for political point scoring.
Yeah, it's just like a thorn in our side, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice
Look at
fucking
that.
Hong
Annoying.
Kong.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
our square.
Yeah.
That's our square. It's a
Fuck
shithole.
yeah.
It's a shithole.
You signed the thing.
You built this fantastic modern city around
Yeah.
it and made it into the financial hub of Southeast
Yeah.
Asia. But look at this shithole in the
Yeah.
middle that you can do nothing about.
We got a load of people shitting in buckets in the middle of your little
Yeah, look at the
paradise.
smack. Look at the brothels.
99 years, freedom and week.
Oh, the bastards. After the disturbances in 1948, the Hong Kong government had settled on a similar policy of non-intervention. The result was a city outside the law. There's no tax, no regulation of business, no health or planning systems, no police presence.
A virtual paradise.
Just sounds like somewhere you'd get shanked within about 30 seconds if someone didn't like the way you looked at them.
But maybe it wasn't though, because like his house was just over there, and your house. Where did he go? There.
If you went into it,
But there's
as an
no
outsider,
police there. Oh yeah, fuck that.
That's what I mean. If you went in for some of the drugs or the brothels,
No, I want to be
you're
born
on a
there.
budget and you've gone, oh, I've got a Kowloon because it's dirt cheap.
Although
in
it,
there.
it did say people went to
Yeah.
dodgy doctors and dentists in there. You know how expensive the fucking dentist is. If you told me there's a slum in the middle of Birmingham,
That's got unlicensed dentists.
it's a no-go zone. But if you can get through it without being shanked,
So basically,
you
it's
can
like,
get your teeth done for a tenner.
It's like Escape from New York, the
Yeah.
opposite way.
Yeah.
You're going in for the dentist.
Yeah, and that's Starmer's Britain. I would
I think it's
risk-
Rogers Britain. There's nothing on NHS anymore.
risk my life to go through a slum to get dental care. I'd have to buy a stab vest from Temu because that's cheaper.
I wouldn't touch a
As-
English stab vest.
No, if I wouldn't stop a butter knife. Haha, I see your knife. I have a vest.
The best.
I'm bleeding out. What? It went straight through.
Like a knife through butter.
It is made of butter.
Oh fuck, Temu!
Butter lining.
It's been stuffed with butter.
I thought the smell was a bit off.
Oh god.
After 2 weeks of travel, I thought I smelled something rancid.
Oh god.
Oh.
But yeah, like I say, Starmer's Britain. I bleed out in my butter Temu stab vest in the middle of a slum as the people start to butcher my still breathing body so they can eat. Yeah.
No one's going to want your kidneys, mate. I can tell you that much.
Some fucker will have them. Fry them long
They'll
enough.
be last out.
You'll be able to burn them like a Christmas pudding.
So, people would come to Kowloon and in official terms disappear. It was little surprise that criminal activity flourished. 5 triad gangs, the King Yi, Sun Yi, On, 14K, Wo Sheng Wu and Tai Ho Choi, took up residence. Kowloon's extra-legal status and no police whatsoever made it the perfect place for the manufacture, sale and use of drugs such as opium and heroin. The city that had been founded to police the traffic of opium became the epicentre of Hong Kong's narcotics trade. Fucking hell.
No surprise, really, is it?
That makes sense.
Bit of irony there.
Yeah.
Organised crime may have dominated much of Kowloon, but it did not define the city. Entrepreneurs, attracted by low rents offered by private landlords, saw a unique opportunity. Hundreds of factories were established, with entire families manning the production lines. Conditions are often appalling, yet productivity and profit remarkable. Thank you, Timu.
Yeah, they probably started there.
Yeah. Probably did.
Goods made in Kowloon were exported throughout Hong Kong, China, and even in some cases the world. Plastics and textile manufacturing was a speciality, as was food production. I don't know how. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
How much rat feces.
Yeah.
To the blissful ignorance of Hong Kong's well-heeled residents, the dumplings and fish balls in their restaurants were frequently sourced from Kowloon.
Full of heroin and rat shit. I feel sick and sleepy. It's weird.
I feel fucking good.
Yeah, I'm happy, but I'm sick and sleepy.
These are Moorish.
Yeah.
The fish I can see them doing, because they could just have tanks, couldn't they? But the dumplings, well, there's only one meat
It's just
down
not
there
going to
for
be...
that, isn't it?
They're not going to pass their food hygiene certificate, are they?
No, but I don't think that's much of a problem in China at this point, full stop anyway, is it? But this is just worse.
Yeah.
Made by some... The meat you're eating has been tended by someone on drugs. Very strong drugs.
Yeah.
The rats are on opium.
Yeah.
They're making dumplings out of rats.
Oh, man.
And dogs.
Dumplings made of meat.
Yeah.
They were like bready things, aren't they?
I think they're savoury, aren't they, dumplings? Or are they stuffed with stuff? They can be all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
There's got to be meat dumplings. I don't know. The citizens of the walled city demonstrated an extraordinary capacity for change and adaptation. The boundaries of their world were tightly constrained, yet as more people continued to enter the city, their architecture met the demand. As modern high-rises grew up in Hong Kong, the builders of Kowloon copied what they saw, erecting tower blocks of their own. Thin columns established on foundations often consisted of thin layers of concrete poured into shallow trenches, started to extend skywards.
Sounds safe.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? With no requirement for planning permission, structures were thrown up with amazing speed. Subsidence and settlement were common because the high-rises often lean against each other, and residents called them lovers' buildings.
Nah.
So if your residence leans against someone else's, does that mean you get to have sex with them?
Oh, God. It's mad to think, in that picture we're looking at, it said hundreds of factories. So they can't be very big, so they got to be like pokey, little, dingy, horrible.
They'd be like
no ventilation.
apartment
Yeah, like
factories,
they're
wouldn't
just
they? Yeah.
banging it out.
They'd probably be on the wherever there's a window space, I'd imagine, because you've got to have some ventilation, because
No, they just let people die.
if you're making plastics, people will eventually get
Yeah, just get more people in.
very
It's China.
ill, and also, no one's going to work there because they know you're going to die. So you've got to try and keep your workforce alive, haven't you?
It'd be a shitter living in one of them really nice modern ones that are just a street away from
Oh God, imagine
the
the
city
stench.
of darkness.
You could never have. We're looking at the
Window
picture
open.
here, listener, and there's it's literally a road's width apart. You've got some nice new modern, fresh Chinese apartments. So it'll probably fall over at the slightest tremor of the
Hong
earth.
Kong apartments.
Hong Kong. Oh, the Hong
Yeah.
Kong.
Yeah.
No, so they're probably extremely well built then, because they're built by the British engineers. Pointing out the fact that Chinese engineering is not up to snuff at times. I have literally seen footage of apartment buildings that have fell off their foundations. Right? It's not up to snuff, trust me. I've ordered enough stuff from Temu. And there you go, you're stuck with this fucking view and the stench of just bodies and shit, and there's rats coming across the street going through your bins. Oh, you wouldn't move there.
You could
wouldn't
write
be
a good
ideal.
kids cartoon, couldn't you, about the Kowloon heroin, super rats. Kowloon heroin, super rats. A little family of rats living in the city of darkness.
Named after Chinese emperors, yeah.
You could name them after the triad gangs, couldn't you?
Couldn't you? Yeah. Now, as the blocks began to merge together, the city became less of a collection of buildings and more like a single structure. A solid block filled with thousands of individual units designed to meet every requirement of a city. Living, working, learning, production, commerce, trade and leisure.
They had schools.
Yeah?
See? It's not that bad.
Increasingly,
Don't they're any
residents
good.
were physically sealed off from the outside world. Light did not penetrate down to the narrow lanes leading between the high-rises, and it was the beginning of the city of darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness. Yeah, so you've got everything. It is a mega city, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all you don't need to leave.
Self-contained, yeah.
I bet there's people who were born there and never lived a whole life without leaving.
Probably.
That'd have been me.
I ain't leaving me fucking apartment, me 10 by 10 apartment.
Unless it's to go to the brothel. And if you're born there and you didn't know no different, it's probably alright.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Apart from the fucking nice Hong Kong that you can see outside
Yeah, all
the
them,
window.
all them beautiful capitalist lights.
But the people in Kowloon aren't Hong Kong, they're Chinese, aren't they? Refugees.
They are identifying as Chinese. They're on Chinese territory. Yeah.
Right.
But it's not governed by anybody. This is the thing. There's not a dude who's there.
Well, there is. There's still that place, isn't there, in the middle? The administrative buildings
Mandarin.
that haven't been built on.
There's no Mandarin.
Isn't
That's built there, but there's no Mandarin.
No, there's nobody in charge.
But a system of self-government gradually emerged in 1963 for the first time ever in over a decade. The Hong Kong authorities attempted to intervene in Kowloon, issuing a demolition order for one corner of the city and proposing to relocate the displaced residents to a new estate development nearby. Probably them flats over the road.
Yeah.
When the plans were made public, the community instantly formed a Kowloon City Anti-Demolition Committee, and being the good democratic society the British are, we agreed to honour that.
Well, there you go.
Although we tried.
Until a certain point.
Now, at 9:20 a.m. on January the 14th, 1987, 400 officials from the Hong Kong Housing Department erected cordons around 83 streets and alleys leading into and out of the walled city. They then entered the city on a mission to contact and survey every single resident. Earlier that morning, it had been announced that the city was to be cleared and redeveloped as a public park, just as the Hong Kong government had intended over half a century earlier. Except this time, there was to be no Chinese resistance. 2 years earlier, on December 19th, 1984, the governments of China and Great Britain had signed a joint declaration to transfer sovereignty of Hong Kong back to China on July the 1st, 1997. Some might claim that that is the day the sun finally set on the British Empire. Which is a sad thought. Let's just have a moment's silence for the British Empire.
Fucking hell.
Mike, moment's silence, please.
Do we have to?
Why is it bad when Trump wants an empire?
Because
he's such a hypocrite.
Because America actively made us get rid of our fucking empire.
Whose fault's that?
Theirs.
That's like somebody convincing me, Gaz, you should get rid of your car. Cars are stupid, they're shit. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to sell mine.
And then
the
buying
next
your
day-
car.
And the next day, yeah, he's driving around in like, well, an even better car.
Yeah.
But you said cars are shit, I haven't got one now. You're an idiot. Well, guess what I've got?
You're saying, I think it's slightly hypocritical.
No, I think you're being hypocritical.
I think I'm hypocritical.
I'm just saying, I'm celebrating the current American empire because it's fun and the soundtrack's ace. Right? And it doesn't involve me. And you're asking for a minute's silence for the death of the British
I didn't say
Empire.
a minute's silence,
You
a
did.
moment's silence. A moment's silence. I was going to decide the moment. You just all couldn't keep quiet for the moment I chose.
You still wanted silence.
So
in
a
res- in
moment's
honour.
silence for the British Empire.
It's a fucking
please.
podcast. It's not the
Traitors.
just
Treason.
carry on with the story.
Treason is what it is.
You sounded very reformy.
Traitors. Not patriotic enough. So where was I? The Chinese Foreign Ministry had always used Kowloon as a political pawn to remind the British and the world of their claim over the land granted to Britain in 1898, and the 99 years were almost up.
Well, that's it. They're like, well, you can demolish it now.
Yeah.
Make it nice for us when we have it.
Yeah. we
Yeah,
don't
make a
want
nice
to deal with
little
that.
park for us, would you? Yeah. I
Cheers.
wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't fucking touch it.
I'd be like, fine, fuck it.
Yeah.
You had it back in 10 years, you can have that.
Yeah.
I
Deal with it
wouldn't
yourself.
touch it. The plans for clearance and demolition were kept a secret. Compensation was a key element of the eviction process. So it's like, oh, all right, we did have it for 99 years.
Yeah.
It means to the people that live there.
Yeah. Bribe them.
Yeah. So, and also there was a sudden influx of people looking to take a slice of government money. For 6 months, the housing department kept Kowloon under surveillance to gather evidence of population numbers. The compensation package for residents and business owners totaled 2.76. That's not dollars? What is it? I don't know what that currency symbol is.
I think it is. Is it just in a shit font?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is dollars. On average, residents received around $380,000.
No, it can't. That's got to be the Chinese
gotta
something
be
or
like-
Hong Kong.
Well, it's Chinese, the Hong Kong dollar.
They're not
Wasn't that
giving-
a thing at one point?
They're not giving them nearly $500,000 fucking pounds, are they, or dollars?
The fact that they were negotiating with that is shocking. It's like, yeah, I'll take $380,000 for my shitty fucking apartment.
Again, wait 10 years, it's China's problem.
Hang on, what year was this?
87.
87. Let's just find it. 87.
So that's cost the British taxpayer, I imagine, all
Yeah,
that.
of course it does. Well, I don't know if Hong Kong was ruled as a principality, so I'd imagine the British taxpayer contributed. To be fair.
I imagine so. Would be the Queen, would it?
How dare you slander Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II.
What was the currency in Hong Kong in 19... This can't be in dollars, that's insane.
It's not the dollar. It's not the right sign. The dollar sign is vertical, not diagonal.
The Hong Kong dollar.
A Hong Kong dollar. And which is that to a pound then?
It was officially pegged to the US dollar at a rate of... So, one US dollar was 7.8 Hong Kong dollars. So, 380,000, my maths is shit, divided by, like, say 8.
I don't expect you to be able to do 380,000 by 8 in your head, mate. You're alright. Couldn't even do it on fucking paper now. So, well, negotiations progressed over several years. And by November 1991, only 457 households were still to agree terms. They're hanging on, aren't they? Clever. That is. Oh, I'm not going to be first out. That's the first offer. I'm going to hang on as long as I fucking can.
It was almost $50,000 they were offered.
That's not that bad, is it? In 1990...
In US dollars.
in
For your
19
house, though. And your house business. Relocate. Still, yeah, it's not a bad payout.
I mean, $50,000 US dollars. I mean, my parents bought a house in like 1991 for like 30,000 quid. Nice 3-bed semi on the outskirts. I mean,
Not bad for ramshackle fucking...
not bad for something you made yourself, or
Yeah.
your granddad made, is it?
Yeah. Fair play.
Well, by that time, most of 33,000 residents had moved out, and some did cling on to the end. On July 2nd, 1992, riot police entered the city and forced out the last remaining residents. A tall wire fence was erected to encircle the whole site, following almost exactly the line once marked by the city's original granite wall. On March 23rd, 1993, a wrecker's ball smashed into the side of an 8-storey tower block on the edge of the walled city. This was a solitary ceremonial swing. The real work of demolishing Kowloon piece by piece will begin several weeks later. The moment was applauded by a crowd of invited guests and dignitaries. Ah. You ever been a dignitary? Oh yeah.
Well, of course not.
I've been a dignitary. Sucks, to be honest.
Fair enough.
It was also greeted with shouts of anger from former residents who had gathered for one last futile protest. took almost exactly a year to reduce the rest of the city to dust and rubble. Remarkably, from the modern wreckage, fragments of the original city emerged. There were 2 granite plaques, each marked with Chinese characters. One read South Gate and the other read Kowloon Walled City. Once the ruins of the tower blocks had been cleared away, developers uncovered segments of the foundations of the original wall, along with 3 of the iron cannons that had once bristled from the city's ramparts.
Nice.
A solitary building still stood at the centre of Kowloon, the one structure to have survived throughout its whole turbulent history, the Office of the Mandarin.
No way.
Office of the Mandarin! Oh, can someone give me a riff to that? Over the course of the next year, the ruins began their rapid conversion into a landscape park, modelled on the famous 17th century Jingnan Gardens built by the Qing dynasty.
Is it Qing?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Qing dynasty, Qing dynasty.
He's
Yeah.
gone full,
I don't know.
He's gone full British fucking thingy this episode, hasn't
I
he?
don't know.
It's talking about China, it's brought out the...
Yeah.
Well, it's not because I'm an avid Timu lover.
Well, you know, we all like cheap shit from China.
Of course we do. But that's what we've got to recognise is what they produce is cheap shit. Not a superpower.
That's the stuff they sell us.
I don't believe it, I'm sorry. You don't have good and bad factories, you have factories. So this is the story of the rise and fall of a slum. It was born out of a quirk of history. It exploited its unsavoury reputation, and as is the fate of all slums, it became an embarrassment before being levelled by the authorities. Is there any greater significance to a story than that? Many would argue not. But while locals and tourists now enjoy the park, some still crave the claustrophobic darkness. Theorists from the wilder shores of architecture keep returning to the idea of Kowloon. On this tiny rectangle of ground, a single community created something that had only existed before in the avant-garde imagination. The, quote, organic megastructure. Oh. If it's got a system, I know that I'm institutionalised, and we all are.
They should have left it alone.
But I want some authority. I want someone to say, I want, like, hey, that guy just fucking took my opium. I want, like, the opium police to beat him up a bit and give him my opium back.
They're not going to give you it back, are
It's
they?
lawless. You just go rob somebody else's.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do
Well, you were not cut out for this dark city of darkness,
No,
Ben.
I'd be a judge in this scenario because I'd just be executing people for having opium.
I don't think you'd last long if you went round killing. You just got to live.
Judge Dredd lasted alright though, hasn't he?
He's a fictional character, Ben. This was a real place.
Yeah, I guess so. Everyone's got guns in this place, haven't they?
It's not exactly somewhere I don't think you can hide for long.
You got to know your way around,
If
don't
you've
you?
killed somebody,
Yeah.
you know.
You'd be like
I bet it was very self-policing in that regard.
I bet it was. It's like that favela where they burnt that dude to death.
I'd have been fine. I'd have just got on with it. I'd have gone to my shitty factory job, breathed in the poisons, ate me shit-infested noodles,
Gone to
shagged
be-
me prostitutes,
Gone to be a licensed surgeon for your cancer treatment.
smoked me heroin. Not going to be in a cancer treatment. I'm just going to die, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be a long life, but
Live to 23.
I think it sounds fun. I think it sounds
What are 23 years though, eh?
And the thing is, you go to see your dealer and you buy your heroin and you haven't got to worry about the rozzers. You can just have a fucking toot while you're walking home. If you fall
Well,
asleep,
that's true,
leaning
but then
against the
you're
lamp.
open to being shanked.
You
by
just got to
somebody.
hope nothing falls down from the top and crushes you if you fall asleep
Well, you-
against the lamppost.
Or you go along the rooftops that night and just fall off the edge.
Well, you know.
Or electrocuted by a rogue cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sparking you. But then again, I think you'd have enough survival instincts in you, regardless of the amount of heroin.
Yeah, I bet you'd have to, even smacked out your head, you'd still dodge a falling electric cable.
Yeah, you just be
I've been
second
doing that
instinct,
since I
wouldn't
was 3.
it? Yeah, exactly. Second instinct at this point. It's
I
second
suppose if
nature.
you do survive till 3.
Yeah.
Once you get past 6,
Yeah.
How old do you reckon now I've got to start working in the factory? Listen, son, you got to start paying for your own heroin.
gotta be skanking off us all the time. It's barely enough for me and your 6 brothers and sisters.
If you're lucky, you get in the factories. If not, you're in the brothels. They did say children were trafficked.
Oh,
Oh,
Christ.
shit, yeah.
Oh, Pray
Wasn't
for the
it-
factory, I pray for the factory, I pray for the factory.
You got a purdy mouth, boy.
Oh, God.
So what you doing, mate? Who runs a brothel?
Nah. Everyone leave me alone, I'll be the Rat King. Well, I think it looks pretty cool.
It looks.
It is like a mini Mega City 1, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's all the sort of cyberpunk, all
Yeah.
that stuff come to life. I never,
We had gangs,
literally never
police
heard of it
raids.
until now. Now I'm fascinated. I was just looking, I've put some videos on my YouTube. I want to see footage inside it. There must be some. I think they should have, instead of knocking it down, couldn't they have just like tidied them up, helped them out a bit? Like, come on, guys, let's cut out the child trafficking.
Well,
Stop that.
They did go in and clear out the triad
Right.
gangs.
Right, let's have a bit
So
of.
I'm assuming the child trafficking calmed down a bit on that.
Can
front.
you at least
The trouble is, it's
put
not.
masks on your employees?
It's not part of Hong Kong, is it?
Well, this is
Part of
it.
China. That's the problem.
I think they should.
Well, not until 1991 when they decided the Chinese were like, yeah, all right, go on, it'll cost you more to fucking knock it down and put a park in, plus you got to compensate them, let's just fuck you over a bit.
Yeah.
I'd have left it as it was for them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
personally. I'm just going, you know what, I'm only
Their
here
fault, isn't it? Effectively, why?
Yeah.
That's
We-
like that.
I'm only
It's their land.
I got 6 years left.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We've had it for fucking 93. We've looked at it for 93 of them, so I'm sure we can manage another 6.
Oh, can you
Crack
imagine
on.
if somebody would have shot a movie there, an action movie?
Oh,
That would have been fucking
yeah.
awesome.
You know, if
Wouldn't
they
be able to see
could've
much,
shot
mind.
Judge Dredd- Yeah.
You'd have to have good lighting.
Good lighting.
If you could have shot Judge Dredd there,
Oh, yeah, it'd been awesome.
imagine a proto Judge Dredd, like not quite Judge Dredd, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
prequel to the early days of a mega city.
First mega city.
First mega city, shot it in there. That would have been pretty fucking sweet.
Well, I think it's a shame.
Well, I want the top flat.
In another life, I would have been born in the City of Darkness.
Who knows? Maybe you were. Maybe you've been reincarnated.
And
from
I'd
it.
have risen to the top. I'd have become the Lord Mayor.
The Lord Mayor of the City of Darkness. I'd want the Lord of Night.
Mm.
No,
And I'd have one special trained rat on my shoulder, the most intelligent of them all. He'd be like a real top
feeding
class.
cheese.
Yeah. Not heroin.
No.
Not this one.
No. Well, heroin laced cheese, you got to keep them loyal, ain't you?
Not Splinter.
You don't. Ave Dominus Nox, hail the Lord of the Night. That's
Indeed.
something to say to me.
He'll be my little mate. And yeah, I'll have the top flat and I'll look down upon my slum.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. What a life. Chucking people off balconies. Selling
Ah.
kids. Oh, what a life. No, I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just survived. I'd have been a good, like I am now, just a good, I'd have been a little factory worker. Just done my little roll every day.
Smoked your opium.
Smoked me little bit of opium, kept myself to myself in the darkness.
Never seen light.
I don't know, it looked all neon and cool on the outside.
Yeah, but you're not getting any vitamin D, are you?
Don't who needs vitamin D? It's overrated. Giving them hookers a lot of vitamin C.
I don't think
C for semen.
I don't think multivitamins are getting shopped in.
I didn't get anything in Kowloon, mate. Anything you want. You know what I mean?
Especially after triads.
Anything you want.
I
Amazing.
just wouldn't have fucking cleaned it out. I'd have just fucking left for the Chinese to deal with.
1987, there would have been
Yeah.
like, you could have had like an Atari maybe or a Nintendo. I'd have been fine.
Yeah, well, alright, there we go.
That's my opinion. Should have left it as it was.
Yes,
I would have visited.
Gaz is a good, solid communist worker. Mike,
Well, it's fucked up, wasn't it? It's mad. It is just mental.
adapt and survive, isn't it? That's humanity.
I like that thing it said in the article, a quirk of history is why it exists. It couldn't really happen anywhere else.
No, it was just over China's defiance. So there you
Weird
go.
This weird circumstance, no governance. So, let's build a little city.
Just Timu City.
33,000 people, no police, paradise, no government.
Truly are living the communist utopia, aren't they?
No, sounds good to me. Just saying.
Fair enough.
Loads of drugs,
Well,
no police.
And
And jobs. Jobs for all.
Hopefully jobs for all. So that depends how much you stay smack free.
Yes, there's falling debris that could kill you. Yes,
Well, you
there's
wear a hat,
rats
don't you?
and dead bodies
Wear a
and
hard hat.
triads and traffic children. But there's jobs, there's drugs, there's no police.
You might get caught in a triad crossfire at some point.
Oh, no, in that place, that'd be awful. There'd be ricocheting fucking everywhere, would they?
All those corroded water pipes spraying water out, leak. All of a sudden, you're there, you sleep in your little shitty cot.
You just
Next
drown
thing,
in shit water.
next thing you know, your roof caves in because the triad above you's had a shootout. Shoots the water pipe, floods your apartment, cascading shit water down.
Them's the breaks. And you go out to do your laundry, you come back, someone's rebuilt it all, and it's
Yeah.
like 6 more apartments.
Because you've only got one room now.
I still got one. Got that bit over there.
You get that corner there, now we've put a curtain across.
But one day you'll sell that corner for 50 grand. Cha-ching.
Longer if you hang out for longer.
Yeah.
Much more if you hang out for longer.
Imagine being one of the last few that got cleared out. You've been there a couple of years on your own in this massive, weird structure.
Yeah.
You go looting and sleep in a different room.
I must admit, you know what, weirdly the last man alive kind of thing has always appealed to me in a way.
Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
what a surprise.
Of course it
You know, like the Amiga man.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd be dead in 2 days.
Yeah, of course I would. I
You
could-
don't know how to whittle anything.
No, I don't, but I could make a fire if I had to. There's plenty of shit left around
Oh
to try
yeah, you'd survive for a bit longer.
Could you-
survive for a bit.
Let's say you kill a fox. Then what do
Oh,
you
but the
do?
thing is, I'm eating canned
Yeah,
food and shit.
that'll be gone
You know,
first.
I'm looting. at
Depends
this
how
point.
much is left.
Everybody's gone, like, and there's just me.
You'd live for a few years on tin
Why
food
would
and
you
shit.
want to?
Oh, I know.
Well, enjoy the peace and quiet for a
I
bit.
mean, I like to be left alone, Ben, but I don't need everyone on earth to die in order for me to attain that. I just sit in my room for a bit.
I know what you're saying, and I do that too, right? Don't get me wrong. But I thought I'd be alright for a bit anyway. You know, I don't think it'd.
Eventually you go insane.
Eventually you'd go a bit mad, and you'd start speaking to mannequins and all that, and you'd have a mannequin in the house.
You
and
wouldn't
talk
just
to
be
it.
speaking to mannequins, you
I
filthy
can deal with a
bastard.
wank, guys. I haven't got a fuck it. I can
You
deal
would
with
be
a wank.
doing unspeakable things to mannequins. You'd be having a mannequin orgy.
I'd have raided Ann Summers and bought all the fleshlights.
All you have to do is drill a hole, place a bag of grapes inside, gaffer tape.
Grapes are going to get a bit rotten though, and I'm not sure I've got the
We
agricultural
could need a
skills
fresh
to grow
bag
more.
for each, go round. Anyway, I think we should wrap up Kowloon.
Yes, well, thank you very much for listening. I've been Ben. Do as thou wilt. Love is the law. Remember that each and every one of you is a star.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
Each and every one of them's a star. You just said you want to live without them all. Fucking hell. I've been
You
Gaz.
can be your star in your own way.
Just die.
Just die.
I didn't say just die. I said I could live, or I didn't want everyone to die. I just said I'd be all right for a bit. I'm an only child. I've always enjoyed my. I can get by for a bit. All right. That's all I said. Tell me to live forever. I can get by for a bit. If everybody vanished one day, I'd be all right for a bit.
Okay, I've got it. 3 bit talent. Goodbye.